Everybody, what is going on? I am Jeffgrantmedia. In today's unboxing and first impressions video, we've got something inside this bag that I have never had before. This is my very first Selvage Denim product ever. I have had some raw Levi's in the past, which I will be honest, I did not like, but I was also a young skater kid, and I was not by any means into heritage wear at all, like the wax canvas, or I wasn't even into denim jackets like I am now, which I absolutely love denim jackets. So this is my first foray into Selvage Denim. Now, there is a difference between raw denim and Selvage Denim, it being the way that it's manufactured and made. So Selvage Denim is manufactured, I don't know the specifics, but I believe it's the specific kind of loom that the denim is weaved on is different. Raw denim is just denim that has been unwashed. So today we have a Bravestar Ironside Golden Handshake denim jacket in the 14-ounce Cone Mills denim. So one thing I'm not 100% clear on, because again, this is my first foray into Selvage Denim and I'm not hugely versed in denim, is I'm fairly certain that the North Carolina Cone Mills plant that this is supposedly from closed down in 2017. Currently, at the time of filming, this is December 2023, so it closed six plus years ago now. They do make a note in their write-up of it that's the same fabric and factory that Levi's 501s were made out of, which were the Levi's, or like the iconic Selvage Denim jean or Levi 501. So I did reach out to the customer service. Last night after I got done filming and took the jacket off, I noticed this tag. And then about 9 o'clock last night, I got an email from Greg from Bravestar Denim. And he did tell me that the denim used is in fact NOS stock from the Cone Mills plant in North Carolina. So the material is from at least 2017, just NOS stock that they bought that was never used for anything. So the material is from America, and the jacket is cut and sewn in California. Now the tag, he said, is the standard tag that they put on all their garments, because like buttons and some of the other hardware used, that is sourced from out of the country. So like the buttons that are used are not American made, but the denim is new old stock from the Cone Mills White Oak plant, the same plant that made the iconic Levi 501, and the jacket is cut and sewn in California. So it is an American-made product, and it is vintage material, or I guess you can't call it vintage because it's not 25 years old, but it is American material that is no longer made and produced. So once these jackets are gone, they're gone. Also, they do source Japanese Selvage Denim, so that's another reason that that tag would be relevant to some of the Japanese Selvage products, because they are in fact denim that is sourced and imported from Japan. But now I know, and now you know. But I should also mention that I bought this jacket with my own money. I do not have any affiliation with Bravestar in any way, shape, or form. I will send them this link to see if they want to check it out once this video goes live, but if they do choose to see it, they will see this when you do. Enough of that rambling. I'm super excited to crack open and lay both paws and eyes on my first Selvage product. Ooh, there we go. Right there on the label, made in the USA. Bravestar Sales and Services. So we do have a tie bag, this is a change for me. I've never seen a bag tied. Usually they're either the self-adhesive bags or they're just taped shut, but this actually has, it's tied. So this means a human being put this jacket inside this dust cover and tied this bag. So that's pretty cool. I do enjoy the fact that a human being packaged up this jacket prior to it. Where's the top? I don't know the top. Prior to it being shipped to me. So we have my packing slip that I'm going to take away because it's got my home address and you don't need to know that. I'm going to slide the jacket out of this because I would like to keep this intact because it's actually very nice. So here we go. Ooh. It does have a sense to it. It's not bad by any means. I knew the smell was familiar. In another life, I worked at and ran a mom and pop Army Navy store, and this smells like some of the super old Wrangler jeans that we used to sell. Like the cowboy cuts that had like the vintage cowboy cut labels that were probably Selvage Denim, that were probably sitting on that store for 30 years before I worked there. And it's probably why I love it, because it reminds me of when I was young and not a grumpy over-the-hill man. Now this is the Ironside trucker jacket in the 14-ounce golden handshake version. It is from the North Carolina Cone Mills Selvage Denim, and it is 100% cotton wrung, right hand twilled, and this is a sanfordized denim. What sanfordized means is that this is a pre-shrunk denim, so this is not a shrink to fit, which is kind of one of the characteristics people think of like raw denim. It's shrink to fit, but this is not shrink to fit. This is sanfordized denim, so this is not going to shrink. I mean, it's sanfordized, so it may shrink like a little bit. I believe the ratio is a like 1 to 3% shrinkage as opposed to like shrink like an entire size. And I should also mention, I got this in a size large, specifically because it's a thicker, heavier canvas. And as it will break in, it should take on that patina, kind of like a wax jacket. You'll get the crease marks and whatnot on the arms as they kind of break in, and where you're bending and moving, you'll have different, more prominent wear and patina, if you will. And also because it is a heavier canvas, 14 ounces, opposed to like, I don't know what the standard is for like jean jackets, but they definitely are thinner than this. So I figured it would be stiffer, it'll be thicker, and it's gonna kind of patina and bend and kind of take on shape and form. So I went up a size just to make sure it would actually fit me, because they don't have, Bravestar doesn't have the best return policy. There's no cash refunds, and if I needed to swap this out for size, I have to eat the shipping. So I would, if I needed to get the large, if I got a medium and it was just a little too snug and I needed a large, I would have to pay the shipping back to them and the shipping back to me. So I'd have to pay for shipping essentially 4 times to get it, to send it back, and then, or 3 times, I guess, to get it, to send it back, and then send it back to me in the correct size. So I upsized in a large, and I think looking at this thing, eyeballing it, I don't think that was a bad decision. I think the large is probably going to fit me pretty good. And if it's a little bit big, that's okay. I can always cuff the sleeves a little bit. I do like that look. I don't generally rock it, but usually my my jean jackets are the perfect length. But they also make 2 other versions of the Ironside in the unlined denim. They make a 15-ounce X70 version, and then they also make a 14 3/4 ounce redline version. Now I did want to get that 15-ounce X70 version, which is also a Cone Mills denim, but they only had it in a size medium, and after going back and forth, I decided to get the large, so I went with the 14-ounce golden handshake, just so I can get that size large. The other version is a Japanese selvage denim, and I wanted the American version, so that's why I went with the Cone Mills version. And I should say that all 3 of the unlined versions of the jacket come in at $138 USD, and again, I spent my own $138 on this jacket. I have no affiliation with Bravestar in any way, shape, or form. They do also make a 22-ounce gauntlet selvage denim that comes in $168, and they also make the Ironside in a sherpa-lined 13-ounce onyx black, and they also make it in a tan sherpa-lined 14.5-ounce canvas. And I'm not gonna lie, if I do really dig this jacket, I may go in for the black sherpa-lined this next winter. But let's give this a once over. So here is our jacket. It's the indigo blue, so it's a dark blue, so this will fade into what I would like it to look like. So if we just undo our button here, we have our label here. We have our leather-backed label inside the jacket, and you can see that is a size large. Then we also have this label here that says the Ironside jacket, and we have the Bravestar logo on it right there as well. So one other thing I want to point out is some of the other versions that they made of this jacket have a different pocket with the rounded flap. I do like this more Western looking pointed flap, so I did like this the Ironside because of the stylistic choices of the jacket. Flipping it over is where we're going to find the branding. We have this singular star right here in the back of the jacket that's kind of centered on where the leather label is. And then down here, it's easy to tell Selvage Denim because the red line, and that's what we see down here on the back left epaulette. But enough talking about it. Let's put this thing on and see how it looks and fits. Okay, we're a little crammed. Normally I would do this outside, but it's dark and it's rainy, it's miserable, so we're kind of trapped down here in the basement at this moment in time. And it feels stiff. which is one of the reasons I sized up to the large. But just putting it on, I can already see where these cuffs are landing on the sleeves. I don't mind that at all. I feel like the medium might have been too short. So, I mean, just quick test fit. I'm happy. I'm very, very happy. I decided to go with the large. I think this fit is pretty good. But if you just saw one of my recent videos, I just got a Wrangler denim jacket in a size medium, and I think the medium in that Wrangler is actually bigger than this large in the Brave Star. Now, generally, I don't. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I don't usually keep my my cuffs buttoned, so that's how I would wear it. And honestly, I'm glad I went with the golden handshake in the large, because I think if I went with the X70 in a medium, it would have been too small. So I'm liking the cut of this. I'm liking the fit of this already. This feels pretty good. It's stiff. It definitely is stiff, but it's not nearly as stiff as I thought it was going to be. And I think the sleeves, yep, the shoulders are lining up where I want them, right on my shoulder. So the medium probably would have been up a little bit, and then it would have been tight. Like it's a little snug because it's stiff, and it should break in and loosen up some. But I don't think it's gonna like break in and loosen up and like stretch out a ton. So I think I'm very happy with this, actually, like way more so. I was a little worried because sometimes I've bought the size large because the recommendations are going on their sizing, and every time I get it, the large is just huge on me. Now, the large in this, I think fits perfect. So right now, I'd say if you were looking at one of these, and you're not like a beanpole, I would say maybe size up, go up one more size, because I normally would wear a medium, and now I'm in a large, and this is fitting just like a medium would. I mean, I'm 5'9", about a 180, like 180, and this is the size large in the Ironside 14-ounce golden handshake. So, profile view, rear view, side. So what do you think? I think this fits me pretty good. I mean, I can't get a full idea until I watch this footage back and I can see what I look like, but let's talk about it. Okay, so one thing I just noticed sitting down is that it's definitely stiffer, and it wants to kind of sit higher on my body. It kind of almost wants to stand on its own. So it's definitely, I could feel it on my neck. It's riding a little higher on the back of my neck, and I can feel it's not like quite just draped over my shoulders, it's a little lifted. So it will break in. It's Selvage Denim, it's brand new, it's heavier canvas than what I'm used to, but I'm very satisfied with this thus far. I like the look of this, I like the fit of this, I like the cut of this, I like the style of the pockets on this and everything. I like the minimal branding of the star on the back, the one red line Selvage on the back left epaulette. But I definitely think if you were looking at it, and again, you're not like on the low end of your size, if you're not like a beanpole, you might want to size up to the next size up, because if I got a medium in this, I definitely would have been setting this back to get the size large. I think this large is fitting me really, really well. You know, thus far, I'm happy with this. I'm going to be installing and wearing this a lot. So I'm going to try to kind of live in this the way I lived in my old black denim jacket before I started replacing that, because this will break in, and the more I wear it, the more wear it's going to show, and the more character it's going to take on, the more patina it will take, and every one of them is going to wear differently. So even if I wore this jacket for a year, got a different jacket and wore that for a year, it will probably take on a completely different look and different wear pattern. Maybe not totally different because I'm the same person, but if me and someone else were to get this exact same jacket and wear it essentially the same over the next, say, year, both of our jackets will probably end up looking completely different at the end of that year, because each jacket is going to take on its own individual characteristics and individual wear patterns. So I'm really excited to just kind of live in this thing over the next couple of months and see what it looks like. There is the Indigo Invitational that I recently came across and learned about, and they also have a jacket component to it where people essentially wear the same garment for an entire year, take pictures of it and submit them, and at the end of the contest they pick the winner. I did email the people that run it, and they said that the jacket version isn't going to start till like February, and I didn't want to wait till February, so I'm wearing it now. I wasn't going to wait. I was going to try it. I was going to give it a shot and see how much wear I can get in this jacket here. So that's kind of like a personal goal. So it is now December 29th, 2023, and I'm going to do as much wear in this as I can over the next year and see what, hopefully if I remember, to see what this looks like next December 29th, 2024. So we're gonna go ahead and install this thing, see how much wear we can get on it, and see what it looks like after about a year. So stay tuned, there will be a full real use review coming shortly, and then a full 1 year review coming next December. So if you like this video or any of my other videos, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Smash that big red button and ring that bell right next to it so you get notifications next time I post a brand new video. Good night.